Wow. Dire Maul gold farming banned. Or, sorry, nerfed. Banned for 180 days for botting. Holy shit. Thank God. Like, I do think that Blizzard needs to take a really, really hard stance on botting and doing anything like that. Because I feel like that kind of stuff, it's just really bad for the game. And I hope that nothing like that does happen. Okay, let me go over here. We'll take a look and get this done. Alright.
What is up, Classic WoW gamers? My name is Stay Safe, and I will be your host for today's episode of Classic WoW Drama. We have a lot to talk about today.
Oh, good. Drama's good? Yeah, it's great.
Tips Out has released the rule set and brackets for the upcoming Classic Duelers League Season 1 qualifiers, and boy, some of this stuff is wild. But first, Dire Maul is out, and
he's a warlock, so he's not particularly happy about the whole Healthstone situation, so it makes sense.
Holy crap, did it deviate from people's expectations? Of course, Dire Maul is a series of 3 dungeons with some new pre-raid best in slot gear and some catch-up gear as well. But what has had people in suspense for quite a while now are the gold farms within Dire Maul. Most notably, the Dire Maul East Lasher farming, jump runs in Dire Maul East, and Dire Maul North tribute runs. And wow, are these farms quite different than they were on private servers, which means private servers weren't 100% Blizz-like.
What a surprise.
Which is shocking news to everyone, I'm sure.
Yes.
So Lasher farming in Dire Maul East is about half as profitable as people had expected it to be, with Lashers not dropping as much as expected, which has had an impact on jump run gold per hour as well, which takes place in Dire Maul East as well, while Dire Maul North tribute runs seem to be quite a bit more challenging than people had come to expect after years of private server experience and gameplay. What does this mean for Dire Maul? Dire Maul is not the gold farming economic powerhouse that people had thought it would be, or that it has been on private servers at least, and it...
What a surprise. I know this might come as a big surprise here. What a massive surprise that private servers were not accurate, number one, and also that the people that were involved and the people that were dealing with, you know, these whole, like, outrages and how Dire Maul is going to ruin the game, what a surprise that they were wrong. What a surprise that all of the, you know, hyperbole and craziness is completely wrong. I have no idea.
It doesn't appear as if there are going to be huge economic waves now that Dire Maul is out, to be quite honest. In addition, Warlocks and Paladins can now get their class-specific epic mounts, giving the 2 best classes in the game yet another opportunity to flex on the lesser classes.
Yep.
Dire Maul's release has also rekindled an eternal debate. Is Dire Maul to be abbreviated to VC, DM, or ET? Of course, VC stands for Van Cleef, DM stands for Deadmines, and ET stands for Elder Thalos, the ancient Night Elf name for Dire Maul. Personally, I think ET, otherwise known as DM, should of course be abbreviated to VC, just so everyone is on the same page.
Dire Maul is DM. It's DM East, DM E, DM West, DM North. Deadmines is DM. And you know how you know what the difference between the 2 of them are? Is you shift click the person who's asking in trade for a group, and if they're level 18, they're probably not trying to do Dire Maul. That's how you do it. It's really simple.
You can see just how divisive this topic is, though, with S-Font taking a stance here, saying this, quote, Dire Maul is VC, IDGAF, what you say, end quote, with one of S-Font's closest and most attractive friends responding with, quote, we are not friends anymore, end quote. The Classic Duelers League Season 1 qualifiers are upon us, and we have the fresh rule set for these duels. Here are some highlights.
We go.
Take a look. All baseline class abilities are permitted.
The first fucking one. Like, you knew that this is the first thing that he was going to talk about. Why am I not surprised about this at all? Yeah, the first absolute thing he's going to get into. Makes, obviously this is what's going to be.
Except for certain conjurable items, i.e. Hellstones, which are banned. Equip shadow resistance gear of up to 200, buffed is permitted, while all other resistances, frost, fire, nature, arcane, are...
That's why, it's because of Curse of Elements, because Curse of Elements reduces your resistance.
capped at 100. Shamans may have 4 totems down at the start of a duel.
Yep.
Hunter pre-trapping is not permitted. Now, I'm not sure exactly what went into making these decisions, but these are for sure some big decisions. And look, here's the reality. Classic WoW is not a game that is balanced around 1v1 combat. As we all know, the game is balanced around rock, paper, scissors, and mushroom. So these balance decisions for the duel tournament are, in a sense, trying to force a competitive, balanced esport into a game that doesn't inherently foster it. Even battleground tournaments or dungeon or raid tournaments will have a skew because of paladins and shamans being faction exclusive. But either way, I think all of this stuff is going to be really entertaining, even if there are some balance memes. And to check out the Classic Duelers League rule set in its entirety, the link will be in the description of the video down below. As a follow-up to a story from a few episodes ago,
well, alright. Sure, it looks great today? I know it does. Looks great every day. What about Shower Priests that don't have COE? Well, then they get fucked. How about that? I feel like the rules in general and, like, trying to make Classic WoW balanced, like, the idea of doing it is good, but the problem is that there are a lot of matchups that are just completely fucking broken. Like, a Mage against a Warrior, it's just, I mean, like, you know who's gonna win. A Warlock against a Warrior. You know who's gonna win. Warlock's gonna win. Rogue against a Warrior. Rogue's probably gonna win. Druid against the Warrior, for example. Druid's probably going to win. Let's see. Shaman against the Warrior. Shaman's probably going to win that one too. And so there's a lot of these different setups and these different things that obviously it's not balanced. But because it's not balanced, that doesn't mean that you can, it means it's okay to allow a bunch of other things into the tournament that make it less balanced than it already was going to be. And I think that's really the difference, is that I don't think that Blizzard should, or sorry, not Blizzard, but like anybody doing dueling tournaments should try to make it perfectly balanced. But if there are some things that are just really on the tail end of being unfair, then I do think those should be tried to be reined in so the duels are not completely one-sided and unfair. So, for example, if SL Warlocks, not SLSL, SL Warlocks, Soul Link Warlocks are just amazing and they win every single duel, well, then I think that kind of makes the entire competition pretty boring, right? You already know who's going to win. So I think that there has to be a little bit of a give and take. Hellstones being banned, I feel like, is just a nerf to Warlocks. That's why they did it.
Neutral auction house snipers that are very likely botting are getting banned. Take a look. Yes. Actions taken. Account suspension. Your fellow players have reported you for cheating. This includes actions like botting and exploiting game mechanics.
You don't do
this.
that.
This is a 180-day ban for botting the auction house.
It should be a 180, like if Blizzard, here's what Blizzard should do. If you're botting in Classic WoW, they should put you in jail. That's what they should. They should put you in jail. Like, this is the thing, right? You should agree. No, you should go to jail because it's annoying. Like, you have all this fucking items in the game. You know, WoW jail? Yeah, no, I mean WoW jail. I mean, like, in the, you know, like in the stockades, they should make, like, you know, like the other portal inside of the stockades? They should open up that gate. And here's what they do, right? Is they open up the gate of the other stockades area that they never introduced in Classic WoW. And it's called the Cheater's Prison. Or the Cheater's Paradise or something like that. And there are a bunch of mobs that they can sit there and bot and farm all day. Except for the mobs don't drop anything. It's like a weird fucking Dante's Inferno third circle of hell thing, right? You eat as much as you want and you're never fucking hungry. Or I think it's fourth circle of hell. Doesn't matter. Gluttony, etc. Right? And so you just sit there and you farm out these mobs. You can bot the mobs all day. And the players log in that are banned. They log in and they can only be in this zone. And they're confined to these different little cages. And then players can walk in and observe the banned players in their cages and make fun of them. And then there's also little barrels that are next to the cages that you can take apples and rotten tomatoes out of and throw it at the botters. And what this would do, obviously, is it would make it to where the botters get to be made fun of and they're made a spectacle out of, and they're a joke in the community. And I think that making people look stupid is probably the strongest form of punishment because everybody's insecure nowadays. So if you make somebody feel insecure and stupid, then it's the best punishment that you can possibly give them. And that's the way that you should handle it. You put them in these cages and they can only log in. Oh, and then by the way, they have to log in. Every day they log in and they stay in their cage for an hour, it takes 1 day off of their suspension, off of 180 days. So they have to actually make themselves a spectacle and have people make fun of them in order to reduce their suspension. What do you guys think? Like, I really think this is one of the best ideas I've ever heard. And I said it. That's the surprising thing. Yeah, this is a great idea. AFK? Well, no, any AFK time doesn't count towards your hour, right? And there's like a little timer there. Yeah, bot in prison? No. If they bot in prison, then they're double banned. Yeah, then they're double banned. And then they have to go to the next circle of hell, where they have to spend 5 hours inside of that area every single day. And it's supposed to reduce their suspension time, but it never does. So they can still log in, and Blizzard's like, yeah, we're going to reduce your suspension time, but they never do it. So it's even better. Shadow Realm? Yeah, exactly.
Twice before you pursue a life of crime, boys.
That's right.
Quinn is back, and he is firing shots over the bow of unethical streamers. Pull up the tweet. Quinn said, LMAO, watching these horde dueling tourney streamers desperately trying to tickle some pickle for gold and loot is actually 100 emoji, crying emoji, fire.
Guys, I just want to let everybody know that this is not a horde-only thing. If you are in Ironforge and you are in need of somebody to take your gold off your hands, it's burning a hole through your pocket, you don't know what to do with it, you're afraid, oh my god, if I hold on to this any bit longer, I'm gonna fucking throw it away or spend it on something stupid, worry not, because you can trade it to me right now. Just open up trade with me and just give me all of your items. It's simple.
Emoji. Now, I, for one, am sick of these unethical streamers undermining the integrity of Classic WoW, taking handouts. As
Absolutely
Twitch Horde
disgusting.
Streamer, he's talking about exactly.
Absolutely
I am not sure.
disgusting.
Is it a goblin? Is it a hoagie? Is it an idiot or a hero? I don't know. 4 weeks after being initially addressed by
god.
Blizzard, the aura bug that was causing enchants
Yeah.
and set bonuses and equip effects to count as helpful auras, which was pushing off buffs such as flasks and world buffs, has been resolved for the most part. Take a look at the blue post. Blizzard said, quote, with scheduled maintenance earlier today, the same day as Dire Maul patch day, we applied the following hotfix. WoW Classic. Enchantments on gear should no longer count as helpful auras. They now count as passive auras. There are still some enchantments occupying helpful slots, notably the Arcanum enchants that will come from Dire Maul, and other enchantments that are applied via item rather than via the enchanting profession. This was the case in our 1.12 reference. Thank you very much. Now,
that's so annoying, dude. I don't like how there's the debuff slot based off of the Dire Maul enchants or anything like that, but at the end of the day, if it was in Classic, then it's in the game, right? That's all there is to it. I don't want to see any fucking changes made to the game. Is it stupid? Yes. Should it be there? No. But is it there? Yes. And then because of that, should it be there? Yes. That's all there is to it. It's just that simple. Yeah, no changes. Well, the thing is, like, if you want to make changes with the game, I have a laundry list of changes, and so does everybody else. You know what the problem is? Is that everybody's list is different. That's what the problem is with these no changes people, or making changes. Everybody has a different list.
Now, at this point, who knows what else might count as a beneficial aura, but for your average player, this shouldn't really be a concern, to be honest, because it just takes so many buffs for this issue to even manifest in the first place.
Well, I
a
got
Reddit
that many
user that
buffs.
goes by the name Power Cucks, in all caps, called out the guild power, objectively the best guild on Fairlina, by the way, by saying this. Spoiler alert.
Oh my god.
Stay safe using the guild to gear out his private server clique.
There it
There's
is,
about 10
dude.
people in that guild that get everything, and then anyone that tickles their pickle and gives them gold gets priority in raids. And then he goes on to say, so if you're looking to carry a bunch of toxic, unemployed, socially defunct private server losers and increase the size of your guild bank, Power is for you. Now, I reached out to Power to get a response, but Power has declined to make a public statement. Quite damning, if you ask me.
Let me read the rest of it. It's no wonder Eric and Quinn left in the beginning. Loot funnels to certain members that played on private servers with Stay Safe. Onyxia bags haven't been available to anyone but officers, and at least one officer has Oni bags for their bank. Guild members can't seem to purchase anything from the guild bank. Seems like the guild bank isn't for the guild at all. All of this is pretty damning behavior that really takes the fun and enjoyment out of the classic experience away from the rest of the guild. CLC completely drove them out of the crater. They have no backbone and will shy away from any real fight. Why? Because only a handful of people in have any decent raid gear. It's sad that people are so greedy that pixels in a 15-year-old game cause them to treat others with such disrespect. On top of that, I have first-hand knowledge of at least 2 power members paying a service to level up their tunes and now have more than 1 level 60 and a lot of gold. Retired Old Fart, thanks for 5 gifted subs, man. Appreciate that. So if you're looking to carry a bunch of toxic, unemployed, socially defunct private server losers and increase the size of their bank, power is for you. What a bunch of cucks. Where is it? Here we go. Here we go. So let's see what they're saying here. This thread is worthless without any proof. Looks at the subreddit moderator list. Oh boy. Yeah. Obviously, Stay Safe is the subreddit moderator for that. You probably keep the retard got booted from the guild to crying about all the loot in the middle of the raid being told to stop and doing it anyway. Just give up, dude. Stay Safe streamed all of the raid, and Craig streamed the second raid. These accusations are lame. Having watched every single one of Power raids and their loot rolls, I can call complete and utter bullshit on this. So this guy made a Reddit account. Stay Safe, wait, he's made another one? Stay Safe making WoW Classic great for the community. Oh my god. So the first time it didn't get enough traction, and now he reposted it. I feel like... Oh, this is on the Classic WoW subreddit. No shit, dude. That's the entire reason why streams and their friends form their own guilds. You're right. Made an account just to call out a streamer guild. No one cares. Drop names. Who's getting everything and who are you? I'm Unfairlina and I want to know who to avoid. Probably nobody, because it's a baseless accusation made by some pussy-ass bitch that probably didn't get a spot into the raid. Maybe it could be, you know, I can only wait to see how many people are going to make posts like this about my guild. I'm actually surprised that there aren't more, right? But the fact is, like, we do distribute loot pretty fucking fairly, so people don't really have a lot to go off of besides just the generic Asmongold hate. But the fact is that, like, we spread out gear very well. We do a great job. It's probably Quinn. I think it could be... no, your loot is fine. My loot is very, very... It's not fine. It's great. Grenades? That's right. So, imagine you had a dual-wield Fury Warrior who's been playing dual-wield forever. And then a two-handed weapon drops. And he wins the roll on it. And he expects to get it even after he's been playing dual-wield Fury for the entire time. Because just based off of that one thing, yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. If he intended to go daggers, he would have rolled on the gloves that give you dagger skill. He did not intend on going daggers. He intended on rolling on every single weapon that he could get and basing his spec off of that. Whereas other people had geared directly for daggers and planned directly for daggers and passed on swords because of that, and then he didn't want to do that. He was being selfish, and that's why we didn't give him the fucking item. Get mad all you want, but I made the right decision. And everybody in my raid, the people whose opinion really matters about this, agree with me.
Power is for you. Now, I reached out to Power to get a response, but Power has declined to make a public statement.
Of course.
Quite damning, if you ask me.
Disgusting.
In the last week or so, queue times across several of the larger realms have been happening earlier in the day and have been reaching larger sizes. Likely a result of Dire Maul's announcement and subsequent release, this definitely shows that content releases in Classic WoW have the ability to draw people back, give players a reason to log in, and potentially gain new subs. However, if Blizzard plans on removing layering prior to Phase 2, and Phase 2 is coming out before the end of the year, they've got to do something fast, because there are still several layered realms. We're also at the point where a certain portion of the community is starting to level their first alt, and it seems as if these high-pop realms tend to be the common alt realms of choice, which just contributes to the problem of already crowded servers. What is the solution? Probably phasing, sharding, dungeon finder, raid finder, cross-realm gameplay, and even more layers.
Transmog.
For the first time in around 7 years, World of Warcraft made an appearance in Jeopardy with this question. This alliterative MMORPG released a classic version in 2019 that returns players to
it's
Azeroth
Arcade
prior
Unchained.
to its mini expansions. This is very indicative of the cultural impact that World of Warcraft has had over the years, and definitely serves testament to the fact that original WoW nerds never really went anywhere. They were just waiting for the game to be good again.
That's right.
Recently, Hamish, the GM of the guild Medellin, ninja'd the Hand of Ragnaros materials, deleted the guild Discord, then disbanded the guild live on another member's stream. As if that's not crazy enough, it gets even more absurd. Evidently, Hamish...
I feel like these types of things will live on in people's memories for years to come. Actually a legend, a literal fucking god. This is the kind of shit that we've all been waiting to see. Like, this is why Classic WoW is a good game. Is because it turns people into degenerate fucking loot goblins. I love it.
Ninja'd the mats because he was actually an undercover agent, and his intelligence sources told him that the other officers in the guild were planning on ninjaing their own stuff in the future, so he had a ninja in order to stop them from ninjaing or something like that.
Yeah.
This whole situation seems pretty stupid.
So the person who's right in this situation depends on who's telling you what's happening. So I can guarantee you, if you ask any of these 5 people in this picture here who was right, somehow they're going to be the one that was right. In situations like this, the best thing to do is just avoid them. You see some dumbass shit like this and you just move away. You're like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this. It's too much for me. I'm tired of it.
But such is life on an Australian server. I'm so happy that I don't play on a server with a bunch of annoying, stupid drama. Anyway, in other news, a known gold seller has been kicked out of Olympus, a guild on Fairlena PvP, after admitting to selling gold. Take a look. He said, and I quote, "A bunch of weird cringe messages, cringe, cringe, cringe. Gold selling at $40 per 100 gold. These kids in Olympus are a cash cow. Ha ha, you mad," end quote. Now,
I like the best part about this is he puts the red line under the guy's name as like, oh, nobody knows who it is. This is crazy. He puts a little line to it. Oh, well, we want to protect his identity. We don't want people to know who this really is. And it's a little fucking red line. Like, that's going to make a fucking difference. Here's the thing, guys, is that, yes, obviously the whole gold selling thing. Unbind was never accused in any sort of a way that I felt that was accurate that he was genuinely selling gold. If Unbind was actually selling gold, I would have banned him or kicked him out of the guild. He was not selling gold. At least we cannot tell that based off of what was said. Now, Stay Safe is not a fan of Unbind. He does not like Unbind at all. And so, not a surprise that, this is what he would say.
Mad, end quote. Now, out of journalistic integrity, I have went ahead and blocked out this gold seller's name.
Yeah, of course.
May God have mercy on his soul. By now, you guys know that on the Stay Safe Real News Network, my top investigative team and I are dedicated to bringing you the most pressing news, drama, and information about Classic WoW. To get involved and submit ideas or future stories for upcoming episodes, join my Discord and get active in the drama channel. Also, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and find me on Twitch, or I might end up homeless. For all future updates, find me on Twitter. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, stay safe.
Okay. So let's scroll down. We're gonna see what the hell this is. Discord. Well, here's the thing, guys. Is I feel like I'm the only person that has any degree of common sense with this kind of stuff. Whenever I see a screenshot, I assume that it's fake. Like, I just immediately, like any chat log screenshot, I assume it's fake immediately. I'm like, you know what? This is not real. I don't believe on it. I don't believe it. It's just bullshit, right? I don't take it seriously unless I talk to the person and they confirm it. And that's it. And 40 seconds bullshit, that 10 minutes for the money. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, what's wrong with trying to make money off your YouTube videos? What's wrong with that? Oh, well, I can't believe this person's trying to make money. What a piece of shit. What a loser, man. This is disgusting. He's trying to make money. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. One way of selling gold is to monopolize it and sell it yourself. What? Unbind, open it, meant to selling gold somewhere that could be screenshotted. The reason is because, people could say that he's dumb or whatever, right? But ultimately, I don't really think let me guess, is Unbind on right now? What a surprise. Unbind is on right now and he's back in Vampire Clan. Listen, if he's going to do this kind of shit, like, as I said, I have no problem with Unbind. I think that it was honestly a witch hunt that people went on after him about this whole situation. I think that it was fucking stupid. I think the entire thing was blown out of proportion by people that were memeing, but then somehow at some point started taking their memes seriously. And it's just escalated to a point where it's unrealistic. Now, is Goku online? Goku is online. Goku, where are you at?